Number line. Somebody describe it to me. What do you think a number line is? Maddie, what do you think is a number line?
A number line is something that can help you keep track of counting.
I like it. Can help you keep track of counting. Definitely. What else is a number line? Aiden, Tracy? Okay. Catherine, what's a number line?
A number line is a line that you put lots of numbers on that tell you what the number that you're trying to add is.
I like it. It's a line and it's got some numbers on it. Cool. Can a number line go horizontal across?
Yes.
Like this?
Yeah.
Can a number line go up and down?
Yes.
Cool. Colin, what do you know about number lines?
Number lines is basically like skip counting.
What do you mean by that?
Like when you skip count, you jump over numbers.
So when I make a number line, do I have to put every single number?
No.
Interesting. Piper, what do you know about number lines?
That if you're doing like a problem and so you can use it for skip counting and so
Leave that open. Leave it open.
like if you have a problem where you need to skip count, like you can get to page and at the beginning, if you're starting on that number, you can put little arrows to help you skip count, and you can skip count by ones or tens.
We can skip out that whole bunch, but ones and tens are probably the easiest, right? All right, you guys are exactly right. A number line is a line that has some numbers. You have straight lines in your notebook. Please trace the straight line that is already in your notebook. Peak line to peak line. That is how we do number lines for always. Now, sometimes, Piper's right, your ends might have arrows that look like this. That just means that the numbers go on. But you're not going to include them. Sometimes your number lines might just have an end point like that. I'm going to show you. It doesn't really matter which one you do. Just know that you might see them either way. Does that make sense? I also like that Cohen said number lines don't have to have every number. But do they have to go in order? What do we think about that? Can they go all over the place? 1, 7, 4, 9. Aiden, what do you think? Aiden Washington?
I actually had a question.
Okay, go.
Is number line a compound word?
No, it is 2 words. Number, space, line.
This is right there.
Yep.
Yes, right.
Catherine, what do you think?
I think. Wait,
Do they have to go in order?
I think they do. If you just do like 8, 2, then you can actually get the number that you want.
So your number line either has to all go forward or all go backwards. We can't bounce around. I can't go 8, 2, 9, 1. That would not make sense. So your number line has, if I'm writing, you're writing. Has to all go forward or all go backwards. Now my writing on the smart board sometimes gets funny because the pen doesn't always want to cooperate. So make sure you're listening to what I'm saying as well so you know what to write. So you could have a number line that goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 going forward. Or I could have a number line that goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all going backwards. But I can't change to that. Does that make sense? Yeah, we're going to add it, but not right this second. Our numbers typically will sit on tick marks. So if I'm making a number line 1, 2, 3, 4, these little lines below my numbers are called tick marks. Just so you know what they're called. Go ahead and make your number line 1 through 10 in your notebook.
We can make our numbers smaller because we got.
Yep, you can do whatever you want to do. It's your notebook. But please go 1 all the way to 10. We started talking about this question. You guys started answering it without even thinking about it when we talked about what is a number line. Why would I use one? Why would I ever use a number line? Ryan?
When you stop a problem, you get paper and write on the numbers that are on the problem.
Just random numbers?
Like the numbers in a car. If there's, look at the numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever the numbers are, you write them, and then you go up to what, if it's like an equal, you go up to what the, like what it would equal.
Okay.
And go back.
So that sounds like you're describing addition. Is that what you're describing? Using it for addition? Yep. You can use number lines. Ooh, we're getting all kinds of crazy. To add. Awesome. What else can you use number lines for? What you think, Cohen?
Hoping you get the tens.
Making tens? Yeah, and that's really any kind of strategy, whether that's adding or subtracting, right? Ooh, I like it. Number lines are used to help you skip count. Ooh, very cool. Jackson, is that what you were going to say, or do you have something else?
You can use them for subtraction.
You can use them for subtraction. Very good. And piggybacking still on what Cohen said, number lines are a good mental math picture. Sometimes in my head, I have to think, where is that number? Is it close to a 10? Is it close to a 0? Is it close to something else I know how to add? Like 399. That's not an easy number to add, but 399 is super close to 400. So I can help me picture where that is on my number line and say, oh, 400, that's pretty easy. That's pretty close. Does that make sense? We got this written down? Gabrielle, you got a question? Do we know what these numbers might be called on my number line? What you think, Teddy?
Hundreds.
They are in the hundreds. That's not quite what I was getting at, but yes, that's correct. All of those numbers are in the hundreds. Jackson, what do you think?
25.
They are broken up into 25 sections. We're skip counting by 25s. Gabriella?
Fives. What?
I guess you could get there by 5s.
No, it's getting there by fives already.
These are called benchmark numbers. Benchmark numbers.
Can you write that up there?
Oh, yes, please. Please write that. And draw some arrows. Maybe if I can get my arrows to show up. There we go. Draw some arrows to the benchmark numbers.
Should we make it big or small?
That is up to you, Cohen. It is your notebook.
Okay. 150.
Benchmark number. A benchmark number is just a friendly number. It's a good stopping point. Yep, yep. We worked with benchmark numbers in mental math today. What was our stopping point? That was the easy, friendly number that we were trying to get to. When we did mental math today, what was our easy peasy benchmark number? Colin? 10. 10 is an easy peasy benchmark number. 100 is usually a pretty easy peasy benchmark number. All of those numbers on my number line are benchmark numbers. They're just numbers that make it easier to put other numbers where they go. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. We okay with this so far?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good? So, benchmark numbers are helpful on a number line because they give us spacing. No, you don't need to write this down.
Okay.
And a reference point to gauge where other numbers should go. I would prefer you not. I want you to think about it. So benchmark numbers are just stopping points to help you figure out where the other numbers are supposed to go. Okay? Does this make sense? It's going to make a little more sense. Alright. So here's the same number line. But I've got some numbers. Some other numbers. I have 99, 140, 101, 130, 135, 145. If I just had an empty number line, it would be hard to figure out where those numbers go. But I've put in some benchmark numbers to help us figure out where it's going to go. Where is the number 99 going to go on my number line? Where's 99 going to go? It's not a trick question. Brian?
Before 100.
Before 100. It's not really on our number line, but that's where it would go. Right? What about 145? Where's that going to go? Where's that going to go? Aiden Washington?
Right before 150.
Right before 150. It's going to be in between 100. Oh, man. It's going to be in between 125 and 150, but it's way closer to 150.
Because 1 5 away.
Because 1 5 away. Very good. What about 101? Where's that going to go? Again, not a trick question. This end of you belong to here done. Jackson?
After 100.
Right after 100. It does go in between 100 and 125, but because it's 101, it's going to be super close to 100.
Because it's just...
Because 1 away. What about 130? About 130. Where's that going to go on my number line? Aiden Tracy?
Before 125.
Before 125? After?
No, before. Right after.
In the middle? Where is 130 going to go? You are either looking at the number line that you drew, because it's the same one, or the number line on my board. I'm not looking out in space, though. Maddie, what do you think? It's going to go after 125, but it's definitely going to be closer to 125. It's not closer to 150, it's closer to that 125. What about 140? Ooh. Where's 140 going to go? Lindley?
In the middle of 125 and 150.
Very good. Right in the middle. Right in the middle. What about 135? I know, it's a small number line. Colin?
Right before 140.
Right before 130. Now it's not going to fit because my numbers are too big for my number line. But yeah, you're exactly right. My benchmarks, my big numbers up top, helped me figure out where my other numbers are going to go. That's what a benchmark number does. It helps you figure out where other numbers are going to go. Let's add that to our glossary. So go ahead and flip to your glossary. So we're adding this to our glossary page. Benchmark numbers. Underneath benchmark numbers, I want you to put AKA. What does AKA stand for? Not a trick question. I know you've heard that before. AKA Catherine. You remember? Gabriella?
Also known as.
Also known as.
Yes.
Like if I say Miss Miller, AKA best teacher ever. I'm just kidding. That's the part where you laugh, guys. AKA friendly numbers. Numbers that make your brain happy. Numbers that make your brain happy. I'm writing the definition in red. So the definition of a benchmark number or a friendly number, you might hear me say those interchangeably, they both mean the same thing, would be numbers that are good stopping points. They make your brain happy. We did that today in mental math. Our benchmark number was 10 because 10 makes our brain happy. It's a lot easier to work with 10 than it is to work with a 7. 10 is a great benchmark number. It also helps us figure out where other numbers go on our number line. It was way easier to figure out where 140 went because we had a benchmark number of 150. We could figure out that, oh, it needs to go a little bit less than that. Make sure you have this definition written down. Right, we're going to do another sort. Kind of like what we did last time. Where I call your name and you drag and drop. Yes. Okay. Oh, good. Good job. Glad you guys are with me. Yep. We're going to sort into benchmark numbers versus not benchmark numbers. Okay? Remember, a benchmark number is a friendly number. Think skip counting. Think easy to add with. Can you think of an example of a benchmark number that I have here? Just tell me, we're going to make sure we're all on the same page and then I'll let you come touch. Winley, can you give me an example of a benchmark number?
25.
25 is a fantastic benchmark number. Is that on my thing? Yep, I see it. 25 is a benchmark number because that's an easy peasy skip count. It's also easy peasy. Who's my money kid that we did at the beginning, very beginning? Betty? Did you say that? No, Colin, you said it's like money, right? When we talked about 25, 25, 25, 25 equals 100?
Yeah.
Like quarters, 25 cents?
Yeah.
Yes, no? Yeah, great. Awesome, Lindley. What is not a benchmark number? Maybe not a friendly number to work with. Jackson?
814.
Yeah, I don't know when I would be skip counting with 814. That's kind of not making my brain happy. Or not a benchmark number. Do you understand how this works? Awesome.